Well, first of all, Michelle and everyone here, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to talk about my book and share my ideas about the book with you. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Okay. The majority of the older folks, they have a lot that they can teach, but they're not willing to teach a bunch of stiffness.
The killings of unarmed men of color by both police officers and security guards in the last 2 years are very troubling.
All right, this is my oldest, 18-year-old silly guy, but I love him. All right, and in the book, we died. We're the father and son that the young man saw killed.
The picture that you are now looking at reads, "No matter how much you trust the police, always remember the police are trained never to trust you."
He hated himself because it was because of him while he died. He did something that caused a police officer to kill us.
Have you ever thought about the flip side of this whole thing, the police brutality? What they think about, what they face. They come into our neighborhoods, they come into our communities, they come into the areas where they know we kill each other every day, that we do the most heinous crimes to one another, where we hurt and steal from one another, where we rape our own women and we mug our neighbors, where gangs do not protect the neighborhood, but instead they become a damn nuisance to the very neighborhood that they live in.
All right, Leon. I need you to roll on your stomach. Now.
And all I was doing was chastising him. But we are not. When I got fired the first time from my job,
First time.
yes.
He's a rebel.
The picture that you are now looking at reads, "A young white man can walk into a theater, kill several people, and make it into a police cruiser alive. Young unarmed black men don't have that privilege."
Many years I was a racist. I didn't like blacks.
If we can be united and walk in unity all the time and not have a temporary fix just when something happens, but all the time be united, things can change.
White people are racist. Not all of them.
How often do we protest? How often do we make up a big rally? How often do we stand together? How often do we make a big stink over a black man killing a black man?
Our white country is, our nation is, our American culture is full of white supremacy. And we live in a white supremacist culture that caters to white people. Everything from the media to education to art to culture to politics is whitewashed.
Killing one another. Doing the bullshit that we do. This is what the police see. This is what the government, officials, politicians, and all those who make up the law, this is what they see. Of this book, first of all, a lot of people, they believe that the book is a gangster book, only because of the, Whiteout, okay? And it's about a young man who witnessed his father and brother get killed by white policemen. He used technology and science to expose all the secret Ku Klux Klan members in the judicial system, in our government, in our schools, in our churches. He started an organization that became so overwhelming in North America that it started a panic. And basically, they were the new justice. If with God, I won't even say if, like my brother Wayne will say, when the blessings start to come, my team comes with it. Back to, if we united, if we would put our differences aside, I mean, you don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. But if together we can, come on, let's do this.
From that, we created slavery. We created a culture and a system of white supremacy that has benefited us for 400 years.
Am I legally obliged to tell you that?
I'm just asking.
Do I legally have to tell you that?
Do you have a permit?
Am I being detained?
Sure.
Am I being detained? Yes or no?
No, you are not.
Well, thank you. Have a good day.
The millions of friends that I have,
And that's how you
he's one of the few who gave me more than I was asking.
That's a true friend.
Is the police gonna mess with me since I'm not white?
Some will, some won't. Police officers vary. I'm sorry.
Daddy wrong for wanting peace in this world?
No, Poogie, Daddy's not wrong. There should be peace in this world all the time. There should be peace in this world all the time. There should be peace in this world all the time. There should be peace in this world all the time.
Let's start by standing up against it. Let's recognize that in every American institution, education, financial, healthcare, justice, for God's sake, it's injustice, in the police departments and our police officers, many of them. And when I talk, I'm not talking about all. I ain't saying all white people are bad. I'm saying we've got an evil called white supremacy in this damn culture.
It's not the way it works. How long have you been in this country?
Almost 2 years.
Almost how long?
2 years.
2 years. I got news for you. And use this lesson. Remember this in the future. Don't ever do that again. The only reason you're not in handcuffs going to jail and getting summonses in the precinct is because I have things to do. That's the only reason that's not happening. Because this isn't important enough for me.
Boogie, black people have it hard in America.
But Erica, the black name was given to us. We are really Moors.
Our system sees color. Our culture sees color. We're indoctrinated to see color. Don't tell me you can't fucking see color.
Erica, when I grow up, am I gonna be killed since I'm black?
That depends, Anthony. Some things happen in life and we can't control them.
People need to understand that not all officers are crooked. Not all officers are racist, bad people. And not all people who get shot or tased or arrested by officers are innocent victims. You know, just because you're black doesn't mean you're a victim. Just because you're white doesn't mean you're a racist. Just because you're a cop doesn't mean you're a bad person. This world really needs to stop putting labels on people and things and see them as who they are. People doing jobs, doing things. Ignorance has no color. God doesn't see color. Why should we?
When will the living nightmare stop? Will hate dominate all nutrition and continue to be the main food that feeds our very brain? Anthony M. Blackwell, or Poogie as his family and friends call him, continues to wake up in fright, amplified disappointment as he relives seeing his father Donovan and his brother Junior slaughtered by the hands of justice. Being so gifted in science and technology, he takes back what is rightfully his family's. Watching his friends die before his very eyes is all he can bear. The overdose of hate, like gamma radiation, has saturated the cells in his blood. Poogie, the Bruce Banner of his people, cannot restrain the beast. His Hulk shall be released. War is evident. Who now can be trusted? False security is lost as infiltration manifests itself into the very heart of hate. Now the table has turned, and the fight for the right to live has embellished this breath on the species endangered. Fight fire with fire, but fire hotter than the flames that burns. Poogie is now God, and the battle is engaged. War is now on the earth, but the real war commences in a madman's mind, the mind of Anthony Blackwell, as God versus Satan sways him to be or not to be. Can love and compassion find its way? Can peace between all men be established? Do you want to know? Are you ready to make a choice?